Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Oh, let's go, let's get it. What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling tonight? Today, this morning. It's still morning time, right? Right at the afternoon. Y'all about to go eat some lunch. I just got done eating a little snack, so we about to get into the show, man. I hope y'all excited to be here, because I'm excited to be here. Got everything set up. Everything sound good, hopefully, in y'all ears, because it sound good to me. What's going on, everybody? Shout out to everybody that's showing up to this live. Listen, before we get into it, before we even start a conversation about anything, I need you to do something before we even get started, and that's drop a like, hit that thumbs up button over here on YouTube, share the stream. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe, join the other 3,065 total subscribers here on the Coach Smook Network on the YouTube channel. But also go check out all of our other socials. We got at Smook Hines on YouTube, trying to get that to 100 subscribers so we can start doing a lot of our live content. You'll start seeing all the vlog and lifestyle content on that side, basically sharing our journey as we continue to add things to our resume as entrepreneurs, teaching people, showing people, not teaching them, but showing them that you too can have a successful life by betting on yourself, because that's what your boy had to do, trust God and bet on myself, and that's what we're doing, and that's how we're thriving right now. But also check out the Coach Smook gaming content, man. We'll be going live after today's live. We'll be pulling some gaming content. Hopefully we just have it strictly on TikTok. Yeah, it's been acting up trying to dual stream, but if you have to dual stream, we'll dual stream. But make sure y'all check out all the content. And like, once again, if you're not a member of the AAA family, man, you're really missing out, especially for the month of June. If you haven't been paying attention to my Twitter activity, the recruits, they're getting out of school, so they're getting back on social media. And you're seeing the type of love that Coach Smook Network is getting. We're actually building a bigger network. We're growing the network, and we're making some solid networking relationships so that we can give you all this, the recruiting insight
and the recruiting news that you need to know when it comes not just to Alabama football, but there's a lot of players that deserve the same exposure as some of these 5 stars and Alabama targets. And that's what we're going to do here at the Coach Smook Network. Shout out to the 55 total between all platforms. We got one live on Facebook. Appreciate you for tapping in. Make sure you drop a reaction on that Facebook side. They definitely help us on the Facebook side. I just got a message from Facebook saying I need to monetize my page. So we'll see what that entails. But shout out to the 17 that's here live on YouTube. Thank you, and continue to like the video as you come in and share it. Also, we're just really trying to drive this YouTube growth. We're really on a freaking crazy growth trend right now. If you all have been paying attention to the analytics, man, we hit 3K 3 days ago now, and we're already about to be at 3,100 here, and hopefully by the end of the week. So what's good, Jason? Good to see you in the chat, man. Joe, what's good, man? Checking in on Facebook. Man, listen, my brother Joe, man, it's crazy that you pop back up on my timeline on Facebook and that you're a realtor, because God has done some miraculous things, and hopefully by the end of this year, man, your boy will be utilizing some of his resources to purchase our home, man. We really trying to come up in life and really step into the what God has for us. We've been kind of behind, just losing focus over the past few years, but he saw fit to grant us grace so that we can have another chance to come in, chase some goals and chase down some dreams to really set up our legacy. And that's what we're doing here. So if you're connected with the Coach Smook Network and you're calling yourself becoming a partner or working, we're trying to set up generational opportunities. We're trying to create some stability here by pouring into people in their gifts and their crafts and their trades, their skill sets. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just leading by example, being my authentic self and creating value around that, because that's what everybody else does. You've seen that with Ford when they started making cars. Anything that you utilize and do in this society, somebody started and they betted on themselves. So it's not meant for everybody. Ain't everybody not built for it, but for those that have aspirations, we're a living example that you can live through a lot. You can get through a lot and still rise above all the noise. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Didn't mean to get carried away. So if you're watching this post live, if you come to the 10-minute mark, you're jumping into the talking segments. Today's talking segments, we're jumping into it today, man. Hot takes. Y'all know I like to give off some hot takes when it comes to the Alabama Crimson Tide, our Alabama Crimson Tide. And I like to get into, just some of the basically just get into the schedule and just start shooting. We pull out the big guns, start firing off the big shots, taking shots at the other teams. I really feel like Alabama might have a chance to run away with the SEC this year. If the quarterback situation pans out like we expected with all the skill sets available, man, it's all about just picking a guy and going with it. And we're going to have a little conversation about that too. Kalen DeBoer continues to make me look like I'm part of the staff and confirming what I continue to echo, that this Alabama quarterback battle, this situation with Keelan Russell is serious. The young man is something that even if he's not fully polished by week 1, you don't mind rolling him out there and growing through the growing pains with him. You feel like you can win, 11 games with this freshman quarterback. So we'll talk a little bit about that here in our 15-minute segment here today. And then we'll make a couple of reality or reach topics. You get what I'm saying? And then don't forget, if you're tapping in on YouTube, man, make sure you answer the poll question. I want to know, have you liked the stream when you walked in, man? Did you walk in and hit that thumbs up button? If not, you're wrong. Get right. I don't want you to go to hell for not liking my stream, okay? Do not go to hell for not liking my stream. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing, man. Y'all know your boy be acting silly, man. I just be acting up a little bit, man. But nah, we got some new merch out, man. As a matter of fact, what's today, the 15th? Shout out to our graphics design manager, Bad, man. He's been putting in work. We've been kind of throwing some wrenches in the past few weeks, but we got the mock-ups done, and I'm gonna do one reveal right now. Because I think y'all gonna love this, and after that we're gonna jump in the show. And I was contemplating on which one to release first, but because we're such an initiative to just push our network, and I usually don't do this, man. Everybody knows that I have never been one to kind of, I literally had to get fussed at by people that, you know, advise and really push me in this industry. I've been getting fussed at from other content creators in the space that support what I do, to be a little bit more selfish and kind of take credit for what we're doing here at the Coach Smook Network. Not just me, but what my team is doing. And I'm gonna show y'all this, because this is about to be a quick seller. We want to get this out on the market, and I want these to go for cheap. One, we plan on putting these 2 designs out here for the summer, so that when the fall season kicks in, we're these orders, the hoodies versions of these will be top sellers. So for all of our AAA members, man, we want you all to go and purchase one of these shirts here when we launch them. We're going to drop them today, probably like 5-6 p.m. We're going to launch it. But check this out, y'all. Let me know what you think in the chat. Give me some scale of 1 to 5, you know, 1 being bad, 5 being good. What y'all think about this? We beg for likes. Got them in 3 different colors right now, 3 different color tones. And that QR code is real. So anybody walking behind you, you want to support the Coach Smook Network and get us followers, they could scan that and get us some followers. Yeah. And then hold on, let me go off screen, because I don't want to show y'all everything. I don't want to show y'all everything because people said we couldn't do this, you know. Y'all like that? What's up, Davin? Y'all like that, Jordan? Yeah, I like it too, man. I like it. Let me get this other one. I'm not gonna do that one yet. And this one right here. This one right here. I think this one is going to be the one. And shout out to Thad. I think I'm going to the first you know, tenure of sales that come through, whichever come through the most, whichever color, we're gonna label that the T-Bass edition of this shirt, because I think this is probably the toughest shirt on here. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Come on, man. My boy put in work on these shirts, man. Simple designs. You can wear these with jeans. Come on, Joe. You ready to order these, man? So these are the ones we're dropping today. And y'all get in and get them. So this one, to put me in the game, Coach, and the We Beg for Likes, we're gonna drop these for $30. We're gonna drop these for $30. I know most people do like $45 shirts. I want to do $30 for the first 30 days. So from now until June 15th, when they drop tonight up until, let's just go to the end of June. Let's go to from now to July 1st. We'll do $30. $30. You'll pay your own shipping and handling, however you want to get shipped, but $30. These shirts will be put on our Printify link today, 6 p.m. We still have 2 designs of the red letter and white letter that's going to be up. The stickers, all the lanyards, all the extra stuff, I forget what it's called, the accessories, that's going to still be on the website. But launching these shirts today, so give it up for yourselves, AAA family. I wouldn't be doing it unless you all wanted it. So get out there and buy it, man. Support the network, support the growth. Y'all know everything that's purchased throughout and donated to this network. I just talked with a parent. I'm helping kind of helping them with getting their child some exposure on the next level. We got a lot of connections now, and I told them everything that they donate, it literally goes directly into the upkeep of this network and the growth of it. So that's what we're in here. That's what we're doing here at the Coach Smook Network. So without further ado, let's get into the show, man. I'm ready to talk some Alabama hot takes here on the Coach Smook Network. If you're ready to get into it, holla at your boy, man. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's get into it.
You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm
good. I'm just feel sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Yes, sir. And we're back in it, man. I hope y'all are excited to get into some of these hot takes that I got, man. So y'all know we've kind of just been talking about all of the offseason, stuff that we've been able to evaluate. We talked about spring. We broke down the staff. We have another VOD talking about which one we put out? Ryan Grubb, Kalen Boy. We got Kane Womack coming out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for Kane Womack and the defensive breakdown. The VOD. The Ryan Grubb one had 2.3K likes last time. 2.3K views last time I checked. And I think we're upwards of 60, 70 likes on that video. So let's get that. Continue to push those VODs up to 100. The more we get those 100 likes on those videos, the better. But jumping into it, man. Here, Alabama, to me right now, everybody, last year you think about the energy around Alabama football, the football program with the transition. A lot of chaos, a lot of drama, a lot of unknowns, a lot of questions, right? I look at it now and I see like the turnover of the persona being embraced, right? Being embraced. And you see the staff, the players, the support staff, the the strength and conditioning program. You see all of these things kind of popping their stuff now. You see recruits coming on visits and leaving with such a confidence and a kind of a likening that they're very public about. Last year was kind of hesitant to kind of be public, but this year there's an attraction there. And so I look at it and I say, Alabama, it's time for Coach Smook to make some predictions. It's time for me to get out there and start letting my fandom show, start letting a little bit of the fan side live. We're in the off season. I can kick my feet up a little bit too. I don't even have any socks on today during the show. I'm just saying, I don't have any socks on. I don't. I really did not feel the need to wear socks today. I'm that comfortable because it is now we're full off-season mode and we're diving into recruiting. We're diving into all of that. So I get to make a lot of, maybe off the wall predictions or things of that nature. And people get to talk trash about them. And then as the season get closer, we start to dive into what we have available, what the rotation looks like, and we start to make more realistic projections. But today, we get to do what we want to do.
Female male voice. Lolly voice.
And we gonna make some doggone predictions. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it.
All right, so first prediction, man. I think Alabama this year will be a top 5 ranked offense. I really do. I think Alabama. Last year we saw this offense come in with a spark, man, and it wasn't like I hate that we act like Jalen Milroe, Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, even early on, some of the big runs by Jam and Justice. We didn't. I can't stand the fact that Bama Nation tries to act like we were not excited about what we saw in Western Kentucky through Georgia. We were so excited. I was excited. I was like, Jalen Milroe has finally shown some improvement. He did improve in some areas, but as soon as people started getting film on him and started being able to dissect the game plan that Nick Sheridan, the young play caller, was trying to establish around him, that's when you saw the resistance in the second half of that Georgia game. From then on out, we kind of saw a lot of, we saw a lot of inconsistencies. So I turn it over to this year. A lot more familiarity with the system. You got a lot of offensive pieces coming back. Maybe not a lot of starters that played a lot of reps last year, but pieces that have been in this system. They're going into year 2 of the system. And now you have a play caller, Ryan Grubb, at the helm, calling the plays. And y'all, I see we got a lot of viewers on YouTube. Make sure y'all dropping likes. We only got 14 likes on the stream. Make sure y'all continue to like. And shout out to my guy, Jackson Johnson, stepping in, man. Jackson has been putting in work. I feel like he's become sort of a spokesperson for the Coach Smook Network, which is freaking awesome. Over there at the Voice of College Football. Shout out to you, Jackson. Was trying to give us a shout out on the Feinbaum show, and everybody knows how I feel about Feinbaum. I love picking that part of Feinbaum. I think he's very fair weather in his support of certain agendas, but a mogul in the industry, a GOAT, somebody that I truly respect his work historically. Even now, the consistency in his deliverance, I can't do nothing but respect it. Can't agree with everything, but I respect and appreciate everything that people like that in this industry provide. So thank you, Jackson, for being here. But Alabama will have a top 5 offense, and then when I say top 5, I'm not talking about like a 31-point average offense. I'm thinking this offense may average, anywhere from 35 to 38 points per game. So in that sense, book Coach Smook for saying this is a 37.1 point average point per game, 37.1 per game average team this year. The offense will, right? The offense will average, and I mean in a solid sense, an average of 340 yards passing per game. I don't care who the quarterback is. I think there will be 340 yards average pass per game, because I'm looking at the weapons and the assets available. You look at Ryan Williams, limited opportunities with the amount of targets he said he had. Yes, limited, because there was supposed to at least been another 150 passes thrown in this offensive system. I think we forget about that, AAA family. I think we forget that Jalen Milroe threw the fewest amount of attempts in Kalen DeBoer's system that since he's been a OC and head coach. Jalen Milroe had the fewest amount of pass attempts, not completions, just attempts in general. And it's crazy if you really want to make a funny of it, and I really want y'all to just calm down when we talk about having worries about what this team can become in 2025, right? Just think about this. In 2020, during the COVID year, when Fresno State only played 6 games, half a season, right? The starting quarterback then had more pass attempts in half the amount of games than Jalen Milroe. So we can expect this ball to be in the air, chat. I mean, I don't know why people act like we're going to just, it's going to be similar. No, I don't think it's going to look anything like what it looked like last year with Jalen Milroe. And the fact that we can fall back on that and understand that what it looks like and what it needs to look like in order for it to be successful. Let's say we run into a situation where it doesn't work with Simpson and Russell. You have a skill set at Austin Mack that I believe fits more of what Jalen Milroe was asked to do last year. And he has more of QB qualities and mechanics to his game and skill set. Very inconsistent with his vision, though. We wouldn't want to be going through that drama again in the chat. So in the chat, let me know. Points per game, passing yards per game. What are y'all thinking? Will y'all rock with me on the top 5? That's a hot take for me. Now, another hot take. Let's get to the schedule. I want to talk about some of the hot takes on the schedule. And I'm about to take a few shots at some of the teams on this schedule, And because I feel like historically, some of these matchups get way more hype than what they deserve. And I look at the roster, I look at a lot of questions on these rosters, right? And I can't help but to think that the same questions that Alabama had last year coming through the transition, losing Coach Saban, losing the amount of players we did in the portal to the draft. You have teams on this schedule that have gone through the same type of transition. And I think because of the logo, they getting a little pass, and I kind of want to talk about it. So here's another hot take. Let's get to the schedule. I'm gonna open this up here. Let me see if I can get a good view. Let me know how that looks for y'all. So we look at the schedule. We saw kickoff for Alabama versus Florida State, man, 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. The Coach Smook Network will be trying to make that trip to Tallahassee, Florida. We trying to get there, man. We have some things lined up. We got some sponsors trying to help us do our road traveling for this season, because there's some games in the area that I could drive to, 3 or 4 hours in the area, and people want to see us have that presence and bring them that different form of content before the games. And I know it's a lot of people going to be trying to do similar to Outside with Coach Smook. I've already seen, and I don't mean to, I ain't throwing shade. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying, we really have an initiative behind it. And I love the fact that we're impacting the industry in this sense, because this is something that we're going to have to see. Everybody's not trying to read an article anymore. People want interaction. And so Outside with Coach Smook, I see like the Bama Standard and a couple of other Bama content creators, showing up on campus a lot more, trying to interact with the populace. And I think that's awesome. So to see them stepping out of that shell, and I know I started it, And it's funny because somebody thought that one of the content creators, and some of y'all know that he was trying to do it, and they thought that he was doing it for my channel. They were already, and it's funny, I didn't know I had so many Alabama students subscribe to the channel. So shout out to you all. Sometimes people say they're going to subscribe to your channel and you walk off and they don't subscribe, but we really have a following, and we're starting to run into kids at the gas station in Montgomery. So awesome growth from the Coach Smook Network. Thank you all. But another hot take. Let's get into it. Florida State 2:30 will be Tallahassee, Florida. I got a hot take. I think this game, Keelan Russell ends up getting like 3 or 4 drives. 3 or 4 drives, even with a good lead. I think this game, because I truly believe this competition will go into the Wisconsin game. I really think this quarterback competition will go into the Wisconsin game. I truly believe that the first QB1 in Georgia will have a very short leash. So my hot take is this: Keelan Russell, barring any injuries or catastrophic anything, I think Keelan Russell through the first 4 weeks will have just as many passing yards as Ty Simpson. And maybe with less reps, maybe with less time under the center, I think Keelan Russell will have more passing yards. I truly believe that this alert system, RPO system, and the vertical passing concepts that Keelan Russell specializes in, that he's can run a clinic in this type of scheme. I think he will get a lot of opportunities to showcase, can he do it in live action? And Florida State might not be the team that everybody think they are. They will be a formidable opponent. They have some guys in the secondary that were former Bama players in Earl Little Jr. They have Sean Murphy on that side of the defense. Right? They got some guys scattered across that defense. If they can put it together, that can be a tough game. But I think regardless of how that game is going, you will see Keelan Russell get at least 2 to 3 drives. What's up, Jacob Brooks? Good to see you. Facts, Jordan. Shout out to Bama Standard, man. Had a small little interaction with one of their panelists a few weeks ago. Cleared the air. I told y'all 2025, man. We ain't never wanted drama. We ain't never wanted beef. We just have our opinion. And I feel like the Bama Nation deserves a lot better than what we saw from a lot of quote unquote respected sources and creators in the Bama space. Literally, I mean, jumping in Twitter spaces and watching Florida and Auburn and Tennessee, creators and supporters clown the Bama space is funny, and it was sparked by me and Kyle. A lot of people laughed at it because of me and Kyle, but I'm about to impact this thing, man. I think more people are going to see what the agenda is, and they're going to get behind it. They're not going to be intimidated by the boldness and the direct approach. It's literally just what it's supposed to be. Providing creative, informative content from an authentic set. So I think that take right there, though, if y'all think Keelan Russell is going to have I think people that don't believe in Keelan Russell just want so bad, like I did for Jalen Milroe. I wanted so bad for him to prove all the doubters wrong that I wasn't seeing, initially I wasn't seeing what was really happening. There was a tight race between he and Ty Simpson. But I had enough in me to be realistic and say, well, I see how tight of a race it is. If Jalen Milroe doesn't cut it, I think they're going to roll with Ty Simpson because, he has a skill set that can really do it. Sean Murphy transferred to South Carolina. Exactly. You're absolutely right. Because that linebacker core of South Carolina looks tough. We're going to talk about that because we got South Carolina on the schedule. Another hot take for the schedule. I think we blow Georgia out in Athens this year, chat. Yes, I do. I really do. I think we blow Georgia out. I think we blow them out. I think we come out. We bring out the big straps. And we unload the clip. We unload the clip, man. And I really think this is the game that starts this kind of catapult Kalen DeBoer in his tenure at Alabama. Kind of like what Coach Saban did the year when we came back 2008 and we did the same thing to Georgia when they did that blackout game. And yes, I think we blow them out, chat. Megan, Jordan, yes, I really do think we blow them out. And I'm not talking just to be talking. I think Garner Stockton is going to be a good quarterback. But this defense and how we handled the offensive play calling of Mike Bobo last year, I don't think week 4 is when Georgia will have it figured out about who their go-to guy is going to be in the secondary. Excuse me. I don't think Kane Womack is going to be shy about the pressures this year, having that familiarity with Mike Bobo's play calling. This is a different ball game for a lot of teams this year that's got to face Alabama and this staff. I talked about this in one of my clips and in the segment the other day. Ryan Grubb being back is going to help so much with the play calling on the defensive side, because pace of play calling matters as an offensive coordinator. If you have the right type of pace of play calling, meaning if your defense goes out there and they're having 3 and outs, right? And your offense is going out there and they're scoring on a 60% clip to 70% clip, you know, which is overall Kalen DeBoer's head coaching career, all of his offenses averaged out at a 62% scoring clip, meaning 62% of the time that his offenses have had the ball, they have scored 62% of the time. Lowest percentage being 49 last year with Alabama and Jalen Milroe in this offense. As much as we struggled, we were still scoring at almost half of our opportunities. I think this year, with more familiarity, Ryan Grubb's pace of play calling, right? We'll see a different approach to playing a team like Georgia that allows the defense to not be put in a position like they were in the second half last year with a lot of those 3 and outs, with the misconcepts and the misreads on some of the play callings, taking the ball out of the hands of the running back, right? Not allowing the offensive line to really reestablish momentum that they built throughout that first half. So I think that's the game that Kalen DeBoer, Ryan Grubb, Kane Womack, and staff, they come together, they put it together. I'm going to project a score of 49. I'm going to go 49-17 Alabama in Athens, week 5 of the regular season. Mark it. And I know I got plenty of Georgia friends and family on Facebook. As a matter of fact, we're going to take a quick 30-second roll call break. I see I got 23 people in the chat over here on YouTube. Let me know where you watching from, man. Let me know where you're watching from right now in the chat. I want to run the comments across the screen. This is going to be a clip. So if you want to be on the clip, man, you want me to shout you out, let me know where you're watching from. But I do got this huge hot take. Alabama over Georgia, 2025. 49, Alabama, Georgia, 17. That's my take. I said it. I just think Georgia got too much to figure out before they see us. And if they got to see us in week 9, when we see like a South Carolina, Tennessee right there at the beginning of LSU, I think they give us a better game. But this one right here, chat, this year, Kalen DeBoer out to prove he belongs for real. In my opinion, did it last year, winning 9 games, 4-3 in the SEC. All 3 losses are away games. Roll games, come on, man. We got that roll call in the chat, man. My guy Jackson Johnson said he's watching from YouTube. Appreciate you, man. My guy Kendo says we're going 12-0. Rob Baker says he's watching from Opelika, Alabama's in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. My boy Jordan Wright says he's watching from Birmingham, Alabama. Let's go. St. Louis is in the house. North Carolina's in the house. Norman, Oklahoma, Hall of Fame, Jason is in the house. Yes, sir, Americanville, Alabama. Meridianville, Alabama. I'm sorry, I said Americanville. Big homie, we know where you watching from. Let's go. Let's get it, chat. Let's go. Appreciate y'all for jumping in on the roll call, man. Giving us some energy in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all. Let's get back into the segment, man. Let's get in back to these hot takes. I got like 5 or 6 more that I want to throw across your face. Pause. So stay in it. We got a fair weather fan report to tap into also to end the show. So bringing that back. Here we go.
You talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just feeling sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Let's get it, chat. All right, so I had to turn the neck on because I'm about to say some real disrespectful stuff to some of these teams. I already just threw the Georgia thing out there. Y'all think I'm crazy, but everybody thought I was crazy in college when I said we would beat Georgia the way we did too. So I'm here to stand by my word, man. I remember my freshman year at Faulkner University watching that blackout game. And yeah, just like I said, Gump Town in the house. Big Home, we got to link up. Hey, I got an announcement at the big end of the show. Please stick around. I'm going to get through this show so we can get to that. We got about 15 minutes left of this segment. So, about 20 minutes. About 20 more minutes, we're going to do this. But getting into the topics again, another hot take, man. Vanderbilt coming in. I don't think this is a hot take. I really believe that Vanderbilt's going to be another tough opponent. Do I think the score will tell the story? No. I think Vanderbilt will be a formidable opponent this year. 41-24 type game, but I think it's a tight game, like a tough 41-24 game. I think Vanderbilt shows up and actually plays us and forces us to really open up and play a pace game and stick to our guns, and that's how we win. We outlast them like old school Bama. We see a new age of old school Bama around the Vanderbilt game. At Missouri, at South Carolina. Those two games, you will get a home game in between that with third Saturday in October against Tennessee. But those two games, away games, I'm curious to see what those environments are like. Because I think Missouri is being counted out, and they might just slip in and win. They might just be a 5-2, 6-1 team by the time we see them. Now, and I'm looking at the roster and I don't see it, but every time we count teams like that out, like we did with Vanderbilt, like we did with Kentucky a few years ago, right? We saw those teams mid-season. They're in the conversation for a playoff push, conference championship games. So watch out for that game against Missouri. Fast forward, I think Tennessee's that quarterback situation is going to be a thing for them, and they got a lot to figure out on the defensive side. Outside of a few positions on their front, they're returning some quality returners, but on their back end, they really got some things to figure out. Coming to us this year is going to set them up to be prepared for next season. I think Heupel is onto something in recruiting at Tennessee. They've been doing some dangerous recruiting, getting some studs. So South Carolina, I look at South Carolina, and this is another year where I think we don't know until they show up and we see what product is on the field. You look at the roster, they have Sellers coming back. They got some pieces last year that got to fill in. They didn't play a lot of spots in their playmaking spots, but they got some coming back that have some experience. Can some guys get over the hump and step up, be wide receiver 1, RB1? I think they got a good room of running backs. I think South Carolina is the team that might pull the upset. If we lose one, I think it's at South Carolina. I don't know. I look at this team and I look at this game, and if Alabama is going through their schedule at the time they are, and the South Carolina team is a 1-loss, 2-loss team, this will be a big time game. It'll be a marquee game, and this will be a game where a first-year starting quarterback in that hostile environment, we will see some uncharacteristic things, and we will have to rely on maybe an extra defensive turnover or possession. And I think South Carolina has enough experience on their side to kind of weather that at home. Now, if we had them in Tuscaloosa, I still think it's a close game, but we win it. But just looking at South Carolina roster, don't have a lot of eye-popping names outside of their quarterback and a few names on the defensive side. But you look at South Carolina, I think this might be the upset of the year, the upset game on the schedule. I think this is the one that we might, if we had to lose one. If I had to pick one to lose, it would be that one. The uncharacteristic one off the wall that you do not expect to lose. Because if we lose that one, I think it propels us to flow through the rest of this season. You look at it, LSU follows that following week. Then you got Oklahoma to follow the week after that. And then after that, Eastern Illinois for homecoming. And then at Jordan-Hare, we already know how that is. I don't think that Jordan-Hare voodoo, I'm going to not to speak on it. I almost spoke on it. As a matter of fact, nope. Y'all know gonna get me. Nope. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. That's funny. We ain't doing that. I will not speak on anything going on at Jordan here in Kalen DeBoer's first visit. Especially knowing that the AAA family, Coach Smook Network and the AAA family, we are doing our tailgate party for the Iron Bowl this year. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ain't no you didn't know. Ain't none of that. You better get your tickets. You better set it up. You better block the date out. If you want to be a part of it, just know we are already set up. We have our site. We have everything. We have another option that we might be trying to consider by showing up the night before and doing some appearance things with the network and collabing with some things. But Saturday at that game, you guys do not know how crazy that's going to be. We will be out there tailgating, so be there. Hot take for the Auburn game, though, man. Don't be surprised if Auburn has a surge of young guys start showing up in this year's Iron Bowl. And I'm not saying they're going to beat us. I don't think they have it this year, but I see a lot of young talent at Auburn that we all remember every 3 or 4 years or so, Auburn would give Coach Saban a problem, like a serious problem. You just saw where those games that they won, if they won by 2 scores, they really won it because they had guys there. With how they've been recruiting, they've been spending NIL, but they've really been locking down in-state recruiting. They have a chance to do something at Auburn, in the next 2 or 3 years that Alabama did in the early 08, 09. I don't think they'll be able to carry it over because we see Alabama kind of taking a hand back in in-state recruiting in the 27, 28, and 29 classes, getting an early jump on that. But I think right now we see Auburn, they've kind of taken advantage of the space and opportunity with Coach Saban retiring. Alabama trying to reestablish itself as a stronghold in the state when it comes to recruiting. Auburn has some young talent, and in the two years, guys like Cam Coleman, guys like Malik Autry, and they got a young Jermichael Garrett on that roster, right? They got the Falk brothers. I think Big Falk is going to be a junior this year, if I'm not mistaken, or a sophomore, redshirt sophomore. I can't remember. But Falk's little brother, he'll be there. You got the Smith brothers from Selma. They're out there on that roster. Just a lot of in-state talent that's going to be at Auburn over the next few years. Perry Thomas, all these athletes, man. Deuce Knight is the quarterback there. They have a hype and excitement for him in the future. And then on the defensive side, we talked about Malik Autry, but I forget the young man's name. Louis Riddick, he's going to be a stud too, and this is something that we're going to have to see year in and year out for the next 2 to 3 years. So don't be surprised if Auburn ends up making a real push. If they figure it out this year, that'll be a team that will be in the talks of playoffs. And y'all know what good Auburn, good Alabama football makes for as far as the national championship. When both teams are good, one of them is usually raising that trophy at the end of the year. So let's see. That's a hot take from your boy Coach Smook when it comes to those schedules. Now, reality or reach. Let's get into some reality or reach. Last year we saw some stats, man. I want to know. Let's do, instead of reality or reach, we'll do over or under. We'll call it over or under. And I know a lot of us will, we want to go with the baseline stuff, but I want to talk about some of the individual statistics, overall team statistics, however you want to call it. And let me type a banner up real quick, chat. Let me try to get a banner up. Over or under. Chatting with Coach Smook. All right, let's do over or under. Over or under, baby. Here we go. Y'all want to get into it, and then we'll change that beat up a little bit. Get y'all on that new. Do we got the new one? No, we don't got the new one yet. But we'll get y'all in there when we do get it up there. So about to pull up our stats from last year. And we're gonna do some over or under, man. Over or under here. Just talk about tight end position. Not tight end position, I'm sorry. Talk about all the different positions, production stats coming out of those positions, that type of thing. Okay, here we go. Now, something that we definitely want to see an improvement in is our passing, right? Everybody knows our pass game was not up to par. I don't think it reached its peak. I think we saw it hit a peak, and that peak was entertaining for a time being. But you're talking about some of these averages, and they don't sit well when you talk about classifying a system as a explosive offensive play calling, offensive system. And they do not match, traditionally what this system has produced in the past, and it's no secret. So let's get this out here like this. Let's remove this one. All right, then we got that one up. All right, so we look at Jalen Milroe's the primary QB for last year. 13 games played, all 13 games he started. 205 for 319 attempts. I told you all that in itself is not Kalen DeBoer's ideal style of play calling or execution when it comes to the balance of play calling. Over or under, y'all, yards per game, passing yards per game. We see right now that says 236, roughly 236 yards per game total for last year. Over or under? I'm going with the over. I think this year. Oh yeah, Jackson Arnold is still there. Yeah, Malik Autry is from Opelika. The young man is a good, upstanding young man. I thought Alabama had a chance at him early, but they had an in-state. A solid in-state connection with a lot of recruits, man. A lot of these defensive linemen, and Auburn was able to capitalize on getting a lot of those guys to buy into being together. Coleman, Autry, that's going to be a duo to watch at Auburn over the years to come. I know people talk about Coleman, but that's a solid young man. I gave him flack for flipping. Hit me up the day I show up to the Tennessee game. He flips to Bama and then hits me up. That was funny. It was funny having that interaction with him. Solid young man though. Great young man. Here we go. And y'all make sure y'all still sharing the live, man. Make sure y'all still sharing the live. Make sure we're getting the content shared. I'm hitting the wall because I'm hungry. That boy said money talks. Hey, truth, it do. So over and under on the yards per game, I'm going over 236. And I'm gonna set my target, whichever quarterback. Like I said, I think whoever the quarterback is, they're going to have us averaging. That quarterback might be at a 317, 321 clip, but total quarterback production in game, I think, puts us at a 340 clip under Kalen DeBoer. Let's get into some of the rushing stats. Something that I really was disappointed in last year, just by the total number of carries given to the running back. We have a stable running backs this year. I think the staff will be a lot more adamant about making sure that we're handing the ball off to the running back and getting these running backs in the flow of the game, because we're talking about on a roster where you have Richard Young, 5-star, Jam Miller, 4-star, AK Deer, 5-star, Daniel Hill, 4-star, Kevin Riley, 4-star. All of these guys, right, at your disposal. There's no reason why there should be guys fumbling from being tired. There should be no reason why guys shouldn't be able to, see holes or develop and hit gaps at full speed. There's no reason. So let's do the rushing attempts first. Taking out Jalen Milroe, like I said, I don't think the quarterback even sees 50 attempts this year. I don't think the quarterback, if you take in an average of 4 attempts a game, they'll put you right at 50. So he may see 50, whoever the starting quarterback is, actual call design quarterback runs, 55 to 75 rush attempts for the quarterback. But then that leaves, with the amount of attempts that we had, rushing attempts that we had, and we're talking about roughly, let's say 400 rush attempts here. if you was to add all that up between every back, quarterback, handoff, jet sweep, whatever, about 400 rush attempts. A little bit under 50% went to your quarterback. You take away 100 of those and put it at 60, and you give, 50 to your RB2. That puts RB2 from last year at 120 carries. RB3, you change the pace back. Give him 50 of those 100, and that puts him at 70, close to 80, 90 carries, right where Kalen DeBoer in that offense was at Washington when they were explosive. So, bold prediction, I think we see 2 800-plus yard backs this year. I think we see 2 800-yard-plus backs. We saw Dylan Johnson at Washington be a bell cow for them as the most senior back, thrived in that zone run blocking scheme, that pin and pull run blocking scheme. And then the perimeter run game was effective in that system too. I don't think Dylan Johnson is as fast as Jam Miller or Richard Young or A.K. Deere or Daniel Hill kind of has the same running style as Dylan Johnson does, or had for Washington. So I'm looking at it, and I like for us to see some great rush tips. I think as far as rushing attempts, quarterback rushing attempts, we know that it's not going to be 168. What's the over under? I'm gonna set the over under at 75. I think we see the quarterback rushing attempts be less under than 75. Right? Defensive stats. I want to talk about a few defensive stats, and then we're going to close this thing out. We got about 5 minutes. Let's just do one defensive stat just so I don't go over my time and keep the consistency of our content flow out there. We've been doing some quality stuff. If y'all have not went and checked out the shorts that's been posted, you're missing out. You're wrong. Again, I don't want you all to go to hell because you haven't dropped a like on the stream or any of the content that's out. And if you haven't shared it, I just hope that God has mercy on your soul, because I don't want you to go to hell for not supporting my content. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. You're not gonna go to hell if you. I promise you, you're not. All right, so I look at this team last year. I want to count up the interceptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 total interceptions last year, chat. 18 total interceptions last year. 17. I counted 1 too many. 17 total interceptions. Over or under on interceptions this year for this Alabama team. Mind you, Bray Hubbard didn't start majority of the season. And I think he had three interceptions last year. Keon Sabb got hurt. He had 2 interceptions in 1 game. Got hurt 4th, 5th game of the season. Right? Damani Jackson, they really didn't touch him. They really didn't test him. I think this is going to be a no-fly zone secondary. Over or under 17 this year, I think is over. I think this team comes away with 24, 26. I'm going to say over 20 for interceptions. Sacks. Let's get into the sacks. How many sacks we talking, chat? Total sacks. They got my total sack number over here. 25 total sacks. That's all we had last year. 25 total sacks. Over or under, chat? So I look at last year and I think about LT Overton, how many times he missed there was a broken tackle in the backfield. He had probably like 6 or 7 sacks to his name. That puts us at 31. Ja Latham had 2 or 3. That puts us at 33. Same with Keeley in the Michigan game, had 1 or 2, 35, 36. And other players. Quay Russo had 1 or 2. You had some DB blitzes that just didn't wrap up. So I think this year, realistically, the way Kane Womack is going to call this defense, I want to say sacks. I'll throw over under. We got the number for 25 last year. I think it's over 25. I really do. And my number is going to be 40. I'm going to say 41, 43 sacks. 43 sacks. 43 sacks on the season this year. 43 sacks on the season. That's my prediction. UGA fan just tried to tell me Alabama hasn't won in that in a decade, like 2020 never existed. Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you, sometimes, dogs sometimes have a disease, man, and sometimes it's not curable, and they tend to only remember what helps their case when it comes to college football. So that's that, man. So with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed the segment today. Hopefully y'all get some of the hot takes. We're going to do more hot takes on Thursdays. Every Thursday we'll just start coming in doing an hour of just chatting, talking hot takes. We got a call-in show tonight to kind of discuss some of the hot takes. Call in tonight, promote it. The live link is already made. Let's get the call-in show back booming, man. We were going to wait till June, but we had some feedback from 6 or 7 people immediately after we told them that we would be moving the call-in show to next month. They asked for it to come back, so we'll just do it at night. So we'll try it for a week. If we get the responses we need, we'll continue to do it. If we don't, we're going to use our energy, utilize it, and put something else there. I know everybody's enjoying the content, the gaming content, so we're going to crank that up. We need 2 more likes on the YouTube stream to get to our like goal of 25 on the stream, man. If y'all could really help us out. I know we haven't been pushing it throughout the stream for to hit the like goal, but let's hit that like goal of 25 on this stream, man. We just need 2 more likes. But with that being said, thank y'all for showing up to the live, man. We appreciate each and every one of you. Everybody that is supporting the Coach Smook Network, we thank you, the AAA family. The stream is powered by you. But also thank everybody for Yarn Apparel. Thank Helping Hands LLC. Thank you for Man of Standard Executive Security, and all of our partners and sponsors of Coach Smook Network, Diamond Sports Group, and the lab, man. Everybody that's part of that network, the energy that we're bringing this year, and they're supporting and they're pushing and they're behind it. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all for the 25 likes on today's stream. Thank you so much. We appreciate you 100%. Thanks for hitting that goal. And also, don't forget that there are donation opportunities if you would like to donate, man. You can donate by either super chatting here on the channel, or if you want to be a co-sponsor, if you want to co-sponsor, super chat here on the channel. But if you want to donate, we have Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal at Coach Smook Network on all 3. You will find those, or at Coach Smook. Those are all viable options to donate. Everything that you donate, we're contributing a percentage to 2 awareness programs, Wounded Warriors of Alabama, our veteran assistance program that we assist, and then also autism awareness, Autism Speaks. We donate to that monthly. So thank you all for supporting the Coach Smook Network. And again, man, 100% shout out to everybody that pulled up today. And it's been fun. It's always been fun. It's always going to continue to be fun. I'm going to get some energy, get boosted up, and then I will be live here. I'll be live at 2:30. I'll be live at 2. No, let's go 2 o'clock. I'll be live at 2 o'clock with the gaming content on YouTube, more than likely. And of course, we're going to be live on TikTok. And if you don't have a TikTok and you're not following the gaming content that we're putting on TikTok, if you're not showing up live, you're missing out. And I don't want you to go to hell. So definitely make your TikTok and come over and watch your boy. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody going to hell. Ain't nobody going to hell. I promise. But with that being said, remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be blessed. And remember, I'm your boy, man. You want Bama content? Pull up on me. I got you here on the Coach Smook Network. Y'all be blessed. Commercial.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holla at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.